Well, given the nature of everything that happened 2 days ago in Inglewood on June 19th with Kendrick Lamar's pop-up concert and everything that happened at the concert, this feels appropriate. Finally sitting down with Makaveli, aka Tupac, 7 Day Theory. I was going to make a video talking about the concert, but, you know, sometimes I feel like I don't necessarily have anything that's going to add to the discussion. And then when that's the case, I think, well, there's a lot of people who have a lot of insight and knowledge as to what the fuck is going on and why it's so important. And so sometimes I feel like it's better just let other people cover the bases because they do it well. A couple of things that stood out to me, though. There's some stuff circulating around about what Kendrick was wearing, his red hoodie and the jeans and the white shoes and stuff, and how there's this photo of Tupac. I don't know where the photo is from, but people are saying, oh, he dressed like that on purpose. Maybe, maybe not. I lean into the camp of maybe, probably, that was intentional. But at one point during that stream, I watched the whole thing. Well, I did not watch the whole thing. I watched the end. I got to see the end. I got to see the parts with Dre, which is great, and then the end, where he fucking plays Not Like Us like 5 or 6 times in a row. And I watched the part where he brings all the people up on stage. And he's talking about these are all representatives from like different sections, different sets, sections. I don't remember the phrases, but different gang members, and unifying them. And I immediately thought, this is what Tupac was talking about. This is what he wanted to do, unify, right? And then he's got all these people up there. And I have to admit, because I know nothing about gang culture, gang lifestyle, neighborhoods like that, I know nothing about that. It was cool to watch, but obviously the gravity of that specific scenario was completely lost on me. And I say that because I think it's important to acknowledge my own lack of knowledge when it comes to that. So hopefully that thing that people are talking about that Kendrick did is a big deal. I don't fully understand it just because of my own ignorance, not because I don't understand what's going on. But seen Kendrick do that on stage in a show in Inglewood at a concert that's essentially directed at hating Drake, but also more so, it feels like I feel like Drake doesn't get it. I feel like Drake thinks everything that's happening is just music and it's just entertainment and it's all for fun and we do this stuff and we talk our shit and then we go home and live in our mansion and then you make another album and go on another tour and it's just all part of the show. For me, watching Kendrick the other night do what he did and the importance of what was happening, to me shows that's basically Kendrick showing no. And when he's talking about, I forget what song it is. I don't even know the lyric exactly, but, I'm what the culture is feeling. Kendrick is trying to show Drake, this is culture. This is not music. This is not entertainment. This isn't awards and paychecks and contracts. It's people. It's history. It's experiences. It's all that stuff. And I think that's important because this is something I saw floating around as this beef was going on, the idea of culture vultures and basically Kendrick's calling Drake a culture vulture. And that phrase has been directed at different people who make videos, not necessarily me specifically, although some people have said that. But it's been floating around. And so that concept, that topic has been something I've been thinking about because I think it's important. And that night in Inglewood on June 19th, I think Kendrick did everything he could to try and show Drake what he's actually talking about. Because he said in the other lyrics, you don't understand my angle, you're not understanding my metaphors. Like, I feel like Drake doesn't get it. And then what happens? All those people are on stage with him, they take the photos and stuff, which was pretty fucking cool. Honestly, some of the photos kind of reminds me of the cover of To Pimp a Butterfly. Honestly. And then they play Not Like Us one more time. And when he said the words, it's all eyes on me, I'm going to send it up to Pac. That shit felt like it had so much more power. It wasn't a diss track anymore. It wasn't a response to Drake using Tupac AI voice and some other song. It was a completely different thing. It was the embodiment of the culture that he was talking about. I think it was fucking amazing. Amazing. And it was amazing for me, somebody who's well on the outside of this entire culture. So I can only fucking try to imagine what it means for somebody who is inside the culture. And I remember sitting there watching this shit just thinking, man, if Tupac is up in heaven right now watching, he's got the biggest fucking smile on his face. He is so happy. He is so proud, you know? And for Kendrick, who is this massive fan of Tupac, to be in that situation, you know, especially after everything that he said during Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and it seemed like he finally just started to let go of all the pressure that he had been putting on himself. Because I feel like he's been striving for this goal, this thing, whatever it is. And I kind of feel like he did it 2 nights ago, June 19th. So pretty fucking cool. Pretty fucking powerful, honestly. And I hope, you know, I'm a fairly mellow, happy person, but I'm also pretty cynical and jaded. It's a nice dual layer there. I hope what happened on that stage is tangible and long lasting. I won't say anything more than that, because to talk about what gang members might do or not do, it would be just the stupidest fucking thing for me to say, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just hope that what happened means something and it results in a long-term positive outcome. There you go.